we were having money problems and we were having relationship problems towards the end. It turned out that we ended up losing our home. Hello budget people, and welcome back to my channel. I'm She's on a Budget, and today we are back for another video. In this video I'll be stuffing my cash envelopes for week 4. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in watching, stay tuned. So welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. If you've come from watching the video where I created my week 4 budget, you'll already be familiar with the fact that we are stuffing our sinking fund envelopes with the money that is listed here below. The first thing I'm going to do is just clean up my cash totals card because I need to run to the bank quickly and go and get some money to do that. So I showed this to you last week. I use the same cash totals card every week, and these are available from my Etsy store for you to purchase. All I do is I dab a cotton pad with some acetone or nail polish remover, and I literally just wipe it off. It's very easy to do. Just wipe clean and it's done. I use this cash totals card to give to the cashier so that there's minimal contact, minimal talking. I just give her this card with the amounts already filled in that I need for each note, and she just gives me back my cash. So I'm just going to show you how I quickly fill that in. We need 1 10, we need another 10 and a 5, and then 1 2 3 4 5. We need 1 2 3 4 5. This is the last cash envelope stuffing for this month. But yeah, it's quite a tight month, this one, and I've had to stick to my budget really carefully. We've got 6 notes in 5, so that's £30, and then we've got 2 in 10, so that's £20. So in total, I need to take out £50 from the bank. So yeah, a really small cash envelope stuffing, but a stuffing nonetheless, and I like to use these weeks to just do a little checkup to make sure that the right amounts are still in those envelopes. So I'm just gonna pop to the bank and I'll be back in a very short while. Okay guys, so I am back and I have my cash. I have got 10, 20, so I've got my 2 10s, and I'm just gonna put those here, and then I've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 5s, and they go here. So as you've already noticed from the title, this is a slightly different video. I just thought I'd use this video to give you a bit more of an introduction about myself, share a bit more information about who I am and how I actually started my debt-free journey. And yeah, so I hope you don't mind guys. I know this is usually quite a popular video for the cash envelope stuffing, and I will break now and again, but I just thought I'd share a bit more information so we can get to know each other a little bit better. So this week we are using our green Sharpie pen to fill in our cash envelope, and I'm going to start with allotment. Allotment we are not stuffing this week, but I'll just do a normal cash envelope check. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I was married for nearly 15 years and I have 3 children, and I live on my own in Hertfordshire, which is in England, not too far from London. So we should have £70 in here. So I'll do a quick check: 20, 40, 65, 70. Next we have car tax. We are not putting anything in car tax, but I'm just going to check what's in here as well. We should have £60 in here. So 20, 40, 60. Yeah, so my divorce was finalised late last year. Before I went through my divorce, I was in a very toxic relationship with my husband for the majority of my marriage. So it wasn't a very good relationship. He was very controlling with money. He didn't take on the role as a husband should in terms of supporting his family. And not to go too far off track, but I found out many years into my marriage that he'd actually saved up quite a large amount of money in a foreign account he didn't tell me about. The only people that knew about it was his family. He was very clear on where he felt he stood in terms of financially supporting us, which was basically not to do a lot of it. Needless to say, he doesn't support me or the children now that we're no longer together, which is a shame for them. Because of that, he's not in contact with any of the children. But yeah, So car maintenance is next. We are putting £10 in here. So, okay, so you might be thinking, okay, why am I telling you all this information? What is the purpose of this video? We were having money problems and we were having relationship problems. Bills weren't getting paid. Money wasn't going to where it should have been going. It turned out that we ended up losing our home that we'd lived in for over 11 years. And I ended up in a hostel with my 3 children alone. He chose that to be the opportunity where he left and moved back in with his family. You can imagine how stressful and how upsetting that would have been for me to be in that situation. And I know many people are. I know I'm not the only person that's ever been in that situation, but it was new to me to be dealing with a breakdown of a marriage on top of being homeless. I wasn't coping very well with it. Okay, so car maintenance, we've added in £10. I am just going to put that down here. We should have 219 here now. So let's do a quick check. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, which is correct. So yeah, I ended up being homeless with my 3 children. If you're not aware of the system in the UK, the council normally picks up people who are homeless and they have to rehouse them. And at the time, and still till this day, there has been a shortage of houses in the UK. Although we were a priority because I had the 3 children, we still had to wait our turn. And it took just over a year for us to be rehoused. So we were in that situation for just over a year. At the time, I was studying to become a teacher. But yeah, it was a very, very troubling time. And as I said, guys, I wasn't really coping very well. And that leads me to where I am now. I wasn't paying my bills because there was a shortage of money. I still feel that I was so financially illiterate, if that makes sense. I just didn't understand how finances worked. I didn't know what budgeting looked like. I didn't know any of those things. And I think it's because I wasn't in a position in my marriage to actually learn those skills. I didn't have someone who was willing to teach me those skills or to actually share their knowledge of how to look after money. So car insurance is next. We are putting in 15. So I ended up being £12,000 in debt. And I had to just get my stuff together. I had to learn what budgeting looked like because these bills and these debts weren't going anywhere. It took me a long while to realise that you are going to be in this on your own, girl. You know, no one's coming to help you. No one's coming to save you. You need to learn to do this yourself. So 585. So we should have in here 600. Am I right? The 600 should be in here now. Wow, that took us a little bit of time to get there. So yeah, can you tell what I did wrong, guys? Can you tell what I did wrong this week? What didn't I do? Yeah. Put it in the comment box below if you've realised what I should have done. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 600. Wow, that needs a little fanfare, I think, because how long has it taken us to get here? Not too long, I have to say. Let me have a little quick check. So we started off with 430 and yeah, in 2 months I've managed to save £270. That is crazy. Obviously I've saved more, but just even seeing it from that one envelope, crazy. I'm so impressed, so impressed. Yeah, next we are not stuffing gifts, but I'm just going to do a quick check. So yeah, I had to do this because I had no choice. I literally had people calling me, messaging me, writing me letters saying, you need to pay this money. And if I didn't do it, I was going to be the calls and the letters were not going to stop, but B, I was never going to get in a position where I would feel 100% financially stable. It makes you feel less of a mother, less of a person when you owe people money, because you know that you are not solely reliant on yourself and you are actually dependent on other people. And I think what my marriage probably taught me is that, as horrible as it may sound, it may show that I've still got some scars as well, but I I can't depend on anyone. I have to be able to be right with myself first of all. And I needed to learn quickly what being good looked like. And that just meant getting rid of debt as quickly as possible, having money to one side. Like this money here, I've never had this type of money to one side. And to a lot of people, this is not even a lot of money. For me, I've never had this amount of money to one side. This is all new to me as well. It may look like I've got it all together on the budget videos. I'm dotting all my I's and crossing all my T's, but this is all new. I'm still learning, guys. I'm still learning just like you guys. And it's definitely been a process. It's definitely taken me time to get here. It hasn't happened overnight. And I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure things out myself. So we should have £70 in here. 20, 40, 60, 70. So we should have £70 in here. We're not adding 5 into gifts. Okay, so Harley is next. We are adding 5 to Harley. So Harley's our pet dog. Let me put that in here. And I'll quickly write while I talk. It's definitely been a process, and I love it when I hear other people talking about their situation, because everyone is different. Everyone has come from different family background. Everyone has been taught differently. Everyone has come from different types of homes and where finances and money was spoken about differently. For me, in my home, I feel like my mum was very similar to myself, and she wasn't in the best marriage either. It is all tough. It is all really, really tough. So we should have £70 in here now. So 20, 40, 65, 70. So Jada is next, and I'm adding 5 to her envelope. So yeah, she's doing really well. She competes for Great British Canoeing, and she has come on leaps and bounds. She's just completed her A-levels as well. We'll find out the results soon from those, but we should have 120 here. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. Share with me your thoughts. Let me know how it's been for you. How did you actually get started with your debt-free journey? What propelled you? What was your stumbling block that forced you to have to address your finances? What was it? Everyone has a story, I think, and you know, some people are willing to share, some aren't, but I definitely feel that we can all learn from each other, which is why I decided to bite the bullet and kind of like open up myself to you guys today. So we should have £180 in Nevaeh's envelope. So this is my youngest daughter. So let's see. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 65, 75, 80. Everyone's got a story. They're willing to share that story. They can help someone. And I just hope, just by being a bit vulnerable and a bit open today, if one person can take something from what I've said and realise that there is hope in everyone's situation, whether you have a faith or whether you have a close family network for support, you are truly blessed. You really are. If you even have an income at the moment where you have to budget, that is being blessed, because we all know that this COVID situation has hit a lot of people hard, you know? Okay, I'm going to pause a bit and talk about this. So if you watched my last video, you would have seen that I took some money out of my personal sinking fund. Last week it was at £50 and I took out £26, went and did a little bit of shopping for myself, and we should have £23.50 in there. I'm going to add 5 to that. So 20, we're going to add 5. And you know that I hate having coins in here. I'll probably look to add an extra £1.50 next week so that I can get rid of this change and get a note back in there. So 28.50, so 25, and then the 3.50. So that goes back in here. Yeah, so share with me how things have been for yourselves. What has been your stumbling block? What have you had to overcome, or what have you had to go through in order to get to the point where you are now? So Tyrese is next. So Tyrese is getting 26 at 5. So he's getting 5, so he should have 80 in here. So we have 20, 40, 65, 75, 80. Okay, so next we are doing water. So water, I'm adding in 5. Add 5, which will give us £95. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 95. So we're nearly at 100 for this one as well. Okay, and that's all done. Okay guys, I hope this video was useful and actually helped. And I know it was slightly different, and I'm hoping that I get loads and loads of comments of you sharing your experiences and how you actually started your debt-free journey. That would be really, really lovely to hear. Please do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful in any way. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you are kept up to date with all of my latest videos that I post, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Have a good day.